Welcome, listeners, to the unfolding story of ancient Sumer, situated in what is now modern-day Iraq, an area once known as Mesopotamia, meaning the land between two rivers. The significance of this geography cannot be overstated. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers, flowing from the highlands of Armenia down to the Persian Gulf, bracketed a civilization that would become a cornerstone of human history. Imagine the scene: vast expanses of open sky and the sun-baked earth, periodically broken by the life-giving waters of these two great rivers. The landscape around the rivers was starkly contrasting with the surrounding desert, creating a fertile crescent that cradled and nurtured the earliest known urban settlements. The fertility of the soil here was a direct result of the silt deposited by the annual floods of the rivers. These floods were both a gift and a challenge. While they replenished the land and made agriculture extraordinarily productive, their unpredictability could also bring devastation. Early Sumerians quickly realized the need to manage these waters, leading to one of the first major engineering feats in human history. The development of irrigation canals was a revolutionary advancement. It required coordinated human effort on a scale never before seen. Entire communities mobilized to build and maintain an extensive network of canals, dikes, and reservoirs, marking the beginnings of structured societal governance. The management of water resources not only stabilized the food supply, but also facilitated the development of social hierarchies and complex administrative systems. As you journey through the remnants of this ancient landscape, picture the bustling agricultural activity. Fields of barley, flax, and date palms stretched as far as the eye could see. Sumerians domesticated animals like sheep, goats, and cattle, which were integral to their diet and economy. This surplus of resources fostered the growth of cities and a class of administrators, craftsmen, and religious leaders who directed the civic and spiritual life of the community. The economic surplus from agriculture supported a burgeoning population and led to the rise of major cities such as Uruk, Ur, and Eridu. Uruk, possibly the largest city of its time, was a true marvel of urban planning with its massive walls, said to have been built by the legendary King Gilgamesh. Inside these cities, the world's first urban centers, the social and political life began to take shape around central plazas and grand temples. Cultural life in Sumer was rich and complex. The Sumerians are credited with the creation of cuneiform writing, initially developed to keep records of crops and transactions, but eventually used for recording laws, epic poetry, and administrative decrees. This innovation was pivotal in the shift from prehistory to history, allowing not just for the transmission of practical information, but also for the expression of abstract ideas, beliefs, and personal reflections. Religion played a central role in Sumerian society. Each city-state had its own patron deity, and the temples dedicated to these gods were not only places of worship, but also centers of economic and political power. The priestly class, who intermediated between the divine and the mundane, wielded considerable influence over civic affairs. As we close this first segment of our exploration into ancient Sumer, reflect on the remarkable transformations that took place in this fertile landscape. From harnessing the chaotic powers of nature to developing writing and complex governmental structures, the Sumerians set the stage for future civilizations, leaving a legacy that continues to influence our world today. As we continue our exploration of ancient Sumer, we delve into the fascinating development of Sumerian society and culture, witnessing the formation of perhaps the world's earliest complex society. This segment will unravel how the Sumerians not only mastered their environment but also created a rich tapestry of cultural achievements that still resonate today. Within the bustling city-states of Sumer, society was intricately stratified. At the top, were the priests and kings whose authority was considered divinely sanctioned. The priests not only led religious ceremonies but also managed the city's granaries and water supplies, critical for both daily life and spiritual prosperity. Below them were the skilled craftspeople, traders and farmers, each contributing to the urban center's vibrancy. The Sumerians were pioneers in more than just agriculture and urban planning. They also laid the foundations of law and governance. Around 2100 BCE, the famous Code of Ur-Nammu, one of the earliest known law codes, was established. It detailed laws related to a variety of civil offenses, including theft, divorce, and even slavery, indicating a society governed by a keen sense of justice and order. Economically, Sumer was a hub of innovation and activity. The invention of the wheel around 3500 BCE revolutionized transport and pottery making, enhancing trade and artistic expression. Sumerian merchants traded wool, barley, and handicrafts with distant lands, acquiring precious metals, stone, and wood, which were scarce in their homeland. This trade not only enriched the city-states economically, but also facilitated a cultural exchange that would spread Sumerian influence far and wide. Culturally, the Sumerians made an indelible mark with their mythology and literature. The Epic of Gilgamesh, an epic poem written in cuneiform on clay tablets, remains one of humanity's oldest and most poignant works of literature. It explores themes of heroism, friendship, and the quest for eternal life, offering insight into the spiritual and emotional life of the Sumerians. Religion deeply permeated Sumerian life, with each city-state devoted to a specific deity who was believed to protect and guide its people. The ziggurats, massive terraced temples, were not just places of worship, but also centers of learning and administration. These structures were believed to bridge the heavens and the earth, serving as a meeting point between gods and men. The artistic achievements of the Sumerians were also noteworthy. They excelled in crafting jewelry, ceremonial daggers, and statues of gods and kings in a style that emphasized geometric simplicity and an intricate adherence to form. Their artistic expressions were reflections of their societal values, portraying strength, piety, and a deep connection to their divine protectors. As the sun set over the Sumerian plains, the echoes of their innovations in language, governance, and art continued to resonate throughout Mesopotamia and beyond. Their legacy is a testament to the ingenuity and spirit of a civilization that, though ancient, still speaks to us across the millennia. In the final segment of our exploration into the Sumerian civilization, we shift our focus to the profound impact they had on medicine and urban planning, two areas that vividly demonstrate their forward-thinking approach, which was far ahead of its time. The Sumerians were among the first to formalize the practice of medicine. They compiled extensive lists of medicinal plants and minerals, documenting their uses in various clay tablets. These early pharmacopoeias included detailed prescriptions and were the precursors to modern pharmacology. Furthermore, Sumerians were pioneers in surgery, with archaeological evidence suggesting that they practiced basic forms of antiseptic surgery using alcohol. Their understanding of the body and its ailments contributed significantly to the fields of health and medicine, laying foundational practices that would influence later civilizations. Urban planning was another arena where Sumerians exhibited remarkable skill. They designed cities with a level of sophistication that would not be seen again for centuries. Streets were laid out in precise grid patterns, suggesting a highly organized approach to urban development. Houses were built with standardized bricks, which speaks to an early form of industrial standardization. Their cities were divided into residential, commercial, and religious districts, enhancing the functionality and efficiency of urban life. Moreover, the Sumerians were keen environmental architects, creating one of the earliest examples of environmental engineering. They constructed extensive water management systems, including canals and levees, which protected their cities from seasonal floods and allowed them to harness the fertile potential of the Mesopotamian floodplains. These innovations not only improved their agricultural output, but also safeguarded their settlements from the unpredictable wrath of nature. The legacy of Sumer is also evident in their contribution to international trade. They established trade networks that extended as far as the Indus Valley, bringing back luxury goods such as lapis lazuli, which was used extensively in their art and jewelry. This early form of globalization had a lasting impact on economic practices in the region, setting the stage for future trade routes like the Silk Road. As we reflect on the myriad ways in which Sumerians shaped the ancient world and left a legacy that reaches into our modern age, it is clear that their civilization was one of unprecedented innovation and ingenuity. Thank you for watching. Creating this video required a lot of effort. Your likes and shares help me to grow the channel and continue producing fascinating content in the future. Be sure to catch our next episode, The Great Pyramids, Ingenuity and Slavery, where we will delve into the architectural feats and human stories behind these monumental structures. Stay tuned and continue to explore the mysteries of the past with us, as each episode unveils the remarkable ways our ancestors shaped the world we live in today. See you in the next video.